So we've been talking about failure as a concept and how, depending on how you define failure, that you can really, empower yourself to grow and succeed. And so today I want to talk about running through your failures as fast as you can to reduce pain. Oftentimes when we talk about failures, what we're really talking about is actually not having any consequences. And as we've been talking, it's not possible not to have a consequence to the actions that you take. Now, sometimes the consequence is desirable and sometimes the consequence is not. And what we're really calling failures is the undesirable consequences. And, they're undesirable because there's a certain kind of pain involved with that, because it's not working. Now, the interesting thing is that when you try and avoid them, it's not possible. Now, when we try and avoid them, the other thing that actually builds up is the anticipation of the pain. And the anticipation of the pain is just so much worse than the actual pain itself. How often has it been that you've been thinking it's going to be way worse than it's actually going to be, and then you actually do it, you take the action to it, and maybe it was a little painful, but it was way better than you thought it was going to be. It's always bigger in your mind. And so this is one of the reasons why the traditions talk about the illusion, that, everything in your mind is an illusion. And this is actually where it comes in, because if you've been delaying something, it's just bigger in your mind. The charge builds up in your head. And so the irony of this is the longer you wait, the more painful it becomes, because you're living with the pain of not doing it, and you're living with the anticipation that at some point you'll have to do it, and you're hoping that you won't have to do it, and you're looking for another way. But at the back of your mind or at the back of your life, it's just waiting for you. And it just keeps getting worse and keeps getting worse and keeps getting worse. And so the better strategy would be to actually just take smaller actions towards it and go through all the consequences that you didn't want, because you're going to have to go through them anyways. And because we believe that there's only a set amount of negative consequences that you need to go through. And once you go through all the negative consequences that you need to, or the undesirable consequences, and the lessons learned, that you have all the lessons learned, then it ends. And that is what we're looking for. So if you want to reduce your pain, actually run straight along and learn. And that's another way. To run through all your undesired consequences is to learn. And if you change that perspective, if you understand that there's only a set amount of negative consequences you're going to have to go through in order to learn it, and that you can avoid them, and the longer you wait, that you have to experience the pain of the anticipation building up, and that eventually you're going to have to do it anyways. Between these things, I think we're able to actually see, if there's something we need to do, just do it. And don't try and avoid the failure. Actually, run through all your failures as quickly as you can. Now, hopefully the concept is helpful. Enjoy, and hopefully this will transform your life. Thank you.